George, 8, recently appeared at the Euros final match in a tiny suit and giggling with delight at England's goal, before looking devastated at the final result. A video of the future monarch went viral on social media, with some users taking cheap shots at the young royal. One tweet, which got over 100,000 likes, claimed he had the mannerisms of a 40-year-old city banker. After this, there was talk that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge may seek to keep their son out of the limelight in future in order to avoid repeat situations where he was being mocked by strangers. Now, George is being portrayed as the main character in a new HBO Max satirical cartoon called The Prince, in which he is spoiled, sneering and sharp-tongued. Many have condemned the show for what they see as mocking an innocent child. The show's creator Gary Janetti said he hoped Gerridge would have a sense of humor about it, but as royal expert Russell Myers pointed out, he is just a child. Pod Save the Queen is hosted by Ann Gripper and features Daily Mirror royal editor, Mr. Myers. The pair reflected on the claims that these two incidents, the backlash after the football and the HBO cartoon, would lead to William and Kate taking George away from the spotlight for a while. Ms. Gripper argued that the schoolboy would be out of the limelight anyway in the summer, because the royals take some holiday time. There was some discussion over whether Kate would even release a birthday photograph of George, but in the end she did as she always does, and released a sweet, natural shot she took herself. Mr. Myers said he does not think the Cambridges will change course at all when it comes to their strategy with the children, because they have always emphasized that social media companies have a responsibility to take care of children. He also argued that they will likely bring up their children with an awareness of the potential negatives of being in the public eye because they will have to get used to it at some stage. Whether he likes it or not, George is destined to be king one day, and so there will always be people ready to take potshots at him. Mr. Myers said Kate and William have a responsible attitude, and will tackle this head-on. He said, "There was a bit of chatter around whether they would release a birthday photo, whether they will keep George out of the limelight because certain things were said, and I don't think that is going to be the case. I think both William and Kate have made a stand on how they view social media, the responsibility that they and everyone else and certainly the social media companies have to look after children. So I think that they will no doubt be bringing their children up with an awareness of it, which is a responsible attitude. The kids are going to have to get used to being in the public eye at some stage. Surely it's too early now, but no doubt they will be speaking to them about their role in the future and obviously what it means to have a responsible footprint online themselves, and of course, there will be people taking potshots at them unfortunately. But I don't think they'll shy away from that responsibility. I think they're more likely to tackle it head-on. While Prince George will always have the most attention on him as the future monarch, his younger siblings will also have to get used to the roles they play within the family. If George is the heir, then his sister Princess Charlotte, 6, is the spare. Charlotte and their younger brother Prince Louis, 3, will also likely be working royals when they grow up. In fact, there is an argument that spares actually have a harder time because they are not prioritized by the royal system, which favors the main bloodline. Many people in the same position have struggled with their undefined role, from the Queen's younger sister Princess Margaret, who had a turbulent love life and allegedly an alcohol problem, to Prince Andrew, who has been mired in scandal in recent years, to Prince Harry, who made the unprecedented decision to leave his royal role. All 3 Cambridge children will have to learn to cope with living in the public eye and the scrutiny that comes alongside it.